Guys, here it is. Let's see, Chinese made, I believe, now very relict. Bound nicely, acoustic, electric, or whatever that's called, guitar. It says Delta with a little abalone stuff in there. It's probably more of a sticker. I'm really not sure. I bought this when I moved here, freshly. At that time, my drums were gone in the way of Katrina, probably laying under the roof of the mobile home that I owned for years and lived in with my ex-wife and my kids. I had stayed at some friend's house the night of the hurricane, and at that time my wife had run off with some guy. We were going through some problems. We were younger, and I wasn't perfect, nor was she, but it broke my heart. She left with the kids one night, and it really hurt a lot back then. And then about 6 months later, I went to go work with my brother, and in Louisiana, and at the time that was in Mississippi where my place was. And I was playing in a band called NEXXT Next, and we did a lot of originals and also some top 40 or whatever, kind of like rock music. It was the last band that I was in that was an actual pretty decent band, casino shows and stuff like that. Had a CD out that I only did, I think, one song on that one because the old drummer that I replaced did most of it, and so some of it was programmed. So anyway, long story short, I wound up in Georgia, and this was about 2006, the end of 2005, 2006. I was working at a flea market with an uncle of mine who used to sell tools, which is something that I used to do as well in Mississippi, at a couple of booths that I would rent at Clark Tools, and through a cousin of mine whose father used to deal in wholesale, big name Rayleigh Enterprises. So that was my little job that I had at the time. So we went to the flea market up here while I was living with my parents, get my life back together, and the kids were dropped off happily by me, and they were it started my son's 10th birthday. They dropped, my ex-wife had dropped them off, you know, we had reunited after the storm. Her new boyfriend guy, whoever he was, they were having their problems, and I think she found another guy. It's a long story, and that guy probably didn't really want kids, and so they dropped them off, and I was so happy about that. And my son showed interest in guitar, and so I was like, oh wow, this is great. So this is the one that I had bought at the flea market that day for like, I think it was, no lie, it was like $125, and the guitar, I don't know what the value is, to be honest. But let me tell you something. That young man, Corey, I played it a lot, right? But this fretboard was completely black, or red, whatever this material is. It probably was sprayed on by the looks of it. But Corey, my son, did all of this. All of this relicking was done by him, because I hardly touched it after I played a few chords and taught him how to play. It became more of mine, but his. And he would take this thing to friends' houses overnight and jam sessions, and I bought him some electric guitars. But he would always go back to this one and practice, you know, when he couldn't amp up. And let me just tell you, look at that fretboard. That's Corey. The boy played the hell out of it. And we're not talking about just chords here. Look at that. And mind you, these strings are like 13s, I believe. We get a little sound to see how it sounds. Out of tune. I don't know if that's in E or not. I can fix that real quick. That's close. Okay, that's close. Tuners are actually pretty good. But the bridge has had it's cracked down here. Kind of scared to mess with it. Oh gosh. Anyway, that's the tones. Wow, these strings are... Can't believe I used to play these tight things. There it is, guys. I don't know how cheap this is, but it is cheap. It's definitely Chinese, and you can see that neck, if I'm not mistaken, that's like a rip-off of Gibson. And this is a little cheap little pickup thing, but it's pretty sturdy. The pickup thing had a battery in it, and it rotted in there, so this thing's useless. It doesn't work anymore, I don't think. I could try a battery, but sounds intonated. Wow. Anyway, I just wanted to show this guy real quick because it has a lot of memories to it. I'll probably never get rid of it because of my son. And you can see that bridge, how torn it is. It needs a new bridge and much lighter strings for me because I can't do all that. Anyway, guys, you take care. I just wanted to show this guy off real quick. And there it is, called a Delta Memphis. Or Delta something. It says Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee. That is totally not where it's made. It's definitely kind of Chinese. You can see the sticker in there. Delta Guitars, I don't know. But yeah, that's Corey. That's my son right there. He played the shit out of it. Look at that. All the way up the fretboard, too. Alright, guys. Take care. Peace.